Please give a warm and loving welcome to Canuck Place parents, Erin and Federico Angel.
Time. Have you ever wondered why time seems to slow in some moments and speed up in others? Do you remember as a kid how summers used to fly by and then high school felt like it was going to be your reality forever? And as you get older, time seems to speed up. Months and years gone in a flash, and the general consensus is we wish it wouldn't. For instance, how is it already the end of October? Doesn't it feel like it was just spring? Do you remember what you were doing 5 weeks ago? Well, September 24th was exactly 5 weeks ago, and it doesn't feel like that long ago. But that's exactly how long we had our first son, Alejandro, for 5 weeks.
Better known as Alejo, he was the first grandchild born on both sides. Born January 20th, 2021, with a head of thick, dark hair, the kind you see on commercials. He was 7 pounds and so adorable, and we were, well, shell-shocked, exhausted, and mature parents, but so in love. He was perfect. One thing we noticed right away was he would only open one eye, our little adorable pirate. We had 5 blissful days before we started suspecting something was terribly wrong. Before we knew it, we were in a whirlwind that included hospital visits and various tests. Time stood still the day the doctors at BC Children's Hospital told us that Alejo was diagnosed with an extremely rare and aggressive childhood cancer, and it was in every cell of his body. He was diagnosed with malignant rhabdoid tumors with SMARCB1 presentation, a presentation so rare that they only knew of 9 other cases in the entire world. The oncologist told us that some families fight it, but the treatment would be so aggressive that it would probably kill him faster.
Nothing prepares you for becoming a parent until you are one. And absolutely nothing can prepare you for the moment when you're told your child is dying and there's nothing they can do. How can my child be dying when he looks so healthy? Time stood still. Through the shock, we were able to ask what his life expectancy was, and the doctor said 1 year. That potential year flashed before our eyes. It was still January, so all the major holidays were ahead of us. Easter, our first Mother's Day and Father's Day, summers at the beach, Thanksgiving, Halloween would be a lot of fun. Him experiencing snow, he'd also be there to meet his cousin, who was to be born in March, and play with him at Christmas before we'd have to say goodbye. We left that initial meeting in a fog, sobbing the whole car ride home. Our families met us at our house so we could be together and hold each other through the devastating news.
Alejo was just 2 weeks old, so tiny and innocent, when an x-ray showed that we were in a losing battle. The cancer was wrapped around his airway and was going to close it. We stayed the night at the hospital for observations, but we all knew there was nothing that could be done. Yet everyone was still reaching for hope. The next morning, our oncologist met with us, and it was at that meeting that we were first introduced to Canuck Place. We didn't take much notice of Canuck Place nurse practitioner Rachel at the time. She was just one more face in the sea of hospital staff that we had met. But little did we know how important she and Canuck Place would become to us. It was in that room, Alejo in Fed's arms, we were told his life expectancy was now weeks, no longer a year or even months. It's a strange thing to be faced with a timeline that you don't know when it will end. It's like walking towards a horizon that feels far away, yet close at the same time.
One of the incredible things about Canuck Place is they give family choices. Important choices, such as the place of care. Our options for end-of-life care at this point were to be admitted at the hospice or be supported by Canuck Place team at home. As it was the height of COVID, we asked if our big family could visit if we stayed at Canuck Place. Rachel kindly answered that they could arrange for extended family to visit us in a cozy outdoor space in the front patio. We chose to go home. We were extremely fortunate to have our immediate family live close by, and it was important to us that our family could be part of his life for as long as we had him. The Canuck Place nurses, doctors, and counselors always made us feel incredibly supported through our journey. When we made the decision to take him home, they helped us create a care plan to follow if he was ever in distress. We were also given a 24-hour clinical care line to call if we had any worries, and a medical kit with supplies in case of any emergency. All of this gave us peace of mind, especially knowing that Canuck Place nurses were only a phone call away if we needed help or answers.
Just because we took him home didn't mean we stopped trying to find a cure. We never accepted his terminal diagnosis. Or maybe we did, but fighting for a cure helped us. We wanted more time. Fed spent hours talking with doctors, both on the phone and on emails around the world, trying to find someone willing and able to treat Alejo's rare and aggressive condition. Our Canuck Place team and the team at BC Children's Hospital never made us feel like our efforts weren't worth our time. For us, we needed to fight, even if we could see the cancer continuing to grow in his little body. We called his tumors dinosaur bumps, always trying to find the humor and happiness in our daily struggle. Our motto became, there will be hard moments, but every day is a great day because we're together.
And each day we lived by that motto. We made sure we got out of the house to build memories with Alejo and our family. On one of our drives, it started snowing. We pulled the car over and got out so he could feel snowflakes on his face. Our little pirate, we learned, could only open one eye because of the tumors. There were moments, though, when he would open both eyes, and you could tell he was taking everything in, absorbing the memories. Canuck Place helped us make these memories. The team floated into our lives like a summer wind, warm and comforting. Their compassion and expertise allowed us to spend time at home with Alejo and savor our time with him. With their support, love and care, and access to call the 24-hour clinical care line, we knew we were not alone. And 3 times, we used that number.
On the night of February 24th, we noticed that Alejo was struggling to breathe. We called Canuck Place for the 2nd time and followed the pediatric palliative nurse's directions on how to comfort him. The next morning, we called again and asked if they could send someone to our house to assist us. It was that call that brought us Canuck Place nurse Nadine. She showed up, and to this day, we're so grateful she was on that call. She has such a beautiful presence and so much compassion. It was exactly what we needed. The 3rd and final call to Canuck Place was on the morning of February 25th, a day that changed our lives forever. We held Alejo in our arms, we kissed him, we loved him, and we talked to him. And Nurse Nadine was with us and allowed us to be a family. She never interrupted our time with him, but observed and assisted when needed. She helped manage Alejo's symptoms so we could be peaceful and comfortable, and she helped create a space where we could make a few more lasting memories. At around 1:20 that day, Alejo passed in our arms on the couch where we had spent so much time together as a family.
Canuck Place nurse practitioner Rachel walked into the room. We hadn't even noticed her arriving. She had a beautiful vase and a lit candle. It was such a simple yet powerful gesture to symbolize Alejo's passing. With him still in our arms, Rachel took imprints of his feet, explaining that they would make footprint pendants for us. Those silver pendants with Alejo's footprints are cherished and worn often by his grandmothers today. Rachel also assisted our family members to make funeral arrangements and helped us navigate the darkest time of our lives in the most gentle way. It's these tiny but important details that show how much Canuck Place cares about each child and each family.
A few days after Alejo's passing, we had our first meeting with the Canuck Place counselor, Mary. Her presence and skill has been impactful for our whole family. Meeting once a week for the first few months, Mary helped us, in our way, find meaning in losing Alejo. She provided compassion when we needed it, gave advice when necessary, and created a space where we could begin our healing journey. Without Mary, we would not be where we are today. Mary had counseling sessions with our extended family as well. For the whole family to be able to access specialized services like grief counseling and bereavement counseling without having to worry about how to pay for it is another way that Canuck Place supports families going through the most difficult times of their lives.
We're still able to meet with Mary whenever we need her. And if we had an hour to speak just about what Mary has done for us, we wouldn't even scratch the surface. Through the work we've done individually, as a couple, as a family, and with our counselor Mary, we've been able to fulfill the promise we made to Alejo that we would continue to celebrate each day. You're always tethered to the loved ones you have lost. However, we don't see Alejo as an anchor. Instead, he is our kite, lifting us up and gently guiding us forward.
Alejo taught us that you can't control the length of your life, but you can control the width and the depth of it. Though we live with the grief of not having Alejo with us, he truly taught us how to love and be better parents. We're trying to be those parents for his little baby brother, Santiago, who we welcomed 5 months ago. Time has a way of shifting, bending, and stretching as you need it to. Our time with Alejo felt like 6 months at least, but it was just a short 5 weeks on the calendar. Canuck Place supported us in such a beautiful way so we could make the most of every moment we had with Alejo. For that, and for many reasons, we want to thank Mary, Nadine, Rachel, and the whole team at Canuck Place for their incredible support.
We want to give a special thank you to our family, to our friends, who held us up when our legs couldn't. We're forever grateful. We love you. We would also like to thank all of Alejo's Army for their love and support, which helped us be in the space where we can stand at this podium today.
And all of you here, thank you for welcoming us to share our son's story. Your donations allowed this incredible care and gave us the gift of precious time and so many memories with Alejo. When you give tonight, you're donating to a family like ours. You're truly giving the gift of time. And there's no greater gift than that.
Thank you.